What's up? How's it going? We are back. We are live. We are in one piece, mostly. Um,
Mostly.
Mostly. We shall start tonight the way we usually do. We'll go do a little round robin here and just do any announcements that we might have and all that. So we'll start off with Casey. How about you? Do you got any fun, good life announcements? It could be large or small.
Uh, no, just been a chilling summer overall. It's been, at least in this area, just having to take a summer break from my work, so just kind of just not soaking the sun, staying away from the sun. If it's like we got feel like of 104 over here. I don't know where everyone else is like, but just chilling mostly. I am ready to get back to work, so I am looking forward to that.
And then we will go down to Carly. So it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since we've had a session here. So do you have any announcements that might have occurred during that time? I don't know. Do you?
I mean, I have one that occurred, and then I have a couple more that are coming up.
Oh.
I got married, and
Nice.
both Josh, Leah, and Ashlyn were there.
I
Shocker.
was
Leah-
there too. You didn't see me?
No, I didn't. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I was clearly sitting like in the bushes, but whatever.
Excuse me.
with the binoculars out. Just
Ashlyn
So
and
happy.
Leah were usherettes, which was extremely helpful. And then Josh was a groomsman.
yes, I was. My job was to make sure all the ties looked.
There
at
you
all
go. I
times.
like that.
Did they?
At all times.
Yeah, and I made sure that he did his job.
And
Yay.
Ashlyn was like the MVP. She was like running around like, "You good? You good? You good? Carly, I love you. You good? You good? You good?"
And then she'll come up to me. You doing your job? Good. And then later on is like, here's my card and my ID. Get me a drink.
I love that.
And hold on to it so I don't lose it. and
And then
go ahead. No,
go ahead, I'm
it's-
so
no, it's-
sorry.
No, it's your announcement.
This weekend I'm gonna be at Anime Magic all 3 days, which could be super fun. And then I get a week off, thank God, until in 2 more weeks I'm gonna be visiting two lovely people in this call. And I'm gonna get to see 4 people in this call. I'm really upset I don't get to meet Casey yet, but that's okay.
He just has to be in Florida man country.
Right?
We got Disney World, Busch Gardens, Sea World. We got like all of the places.
Yeah,
I
you
get to
got
meet you in
games.
January. Casey, I get to meet you in January.
I'm looking forward to that.
We're solidifying. Can you stop? We're solidifying the time of when we're coming. So I will keep you posted on that.
Looking forward to it.
Other than that, that's all I got.
And what about you, little one? What announcements do you have as you nom away on your snacky snacks?
Sorry, Ashton's eating sushi.
Yes, I will be going to Emerald City Comic Con in what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
It's like
Days.
3 weeks. Let's see here. I can get
Yep, to keeping track. Good job. I'm not. So somebody's keeping track.
I'm picking you up from the airport in 15 days.
Okay. 2 weeks. Got it. I found gluten-free mac and cheese in the singles cups today.
Hey.
Very exciting. I'm very excited about it. I had to send it to everybody, and I had to send it to all my gluten-free friends.
Win.
We didn't know it existed. I just found out it existed today.
It's a
Very
good day.
excited.
It's a good day.
I was going to say something else. Oh, Casey. September, I'm coming to Florida, and I'm doing all of the Disney stuff. So I'll be near Disney World. So So maybe we can try to figure something out.
Let me know your dates. Let me know your dates, and maybe we try to meet in the middle. Maybe we'll see. But just let me know.
Okay.
Casey's like, finally, people are
I
coming to
get
Florida.
I get interaction.
Yes, my turn, assholes.
He's just looking at me going, fuck you, human, they're coming to me now.
Oh, coming to me, human.
Well, it's like, how many times has you guys like come to visit me? Now it's like finally other people are getting chances. Yeah, 2 times. Well, Ashlyn, you live like an hour and a half away. Does that really count?
All right. What about you, GT? What announcements do you have?
Ooh, we went to the river over the weekend. Porcelain skinned goth girl is a little crispy.
I'm so mad about it.
She's so mad about it. But
I worked so hard.
To stay so Snow White.
Yeah.
snows, yeah, yep.
I worked so hard to stay in the shade.
Wow.
But we had a good time. We hung out with a lot of friends, had a great time. It was nice. It was nice to be social with like a bunch of people again, so that was cool. Also for Sierra's birthday, we went to the margarita factory. My first time ever. I had a very tall margarita and I liked it.
Nice.
Mine too was fun. We got pretty drunk.
Yeah, we got a little tipsy mitzy.
And that's like about
Still be it.
That's pretty much all. That's
I mean, if you're going out with Sierra for her birthday, like I would imagine. Yeah, I mean, as you know, we've both been there for a Sierra birthday before. It's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Like,
I have a work event this weekend and people are going to be asking me questions about cars that I'm not going to know how to answer.
Nice.
Good luck.
You got this. I believe in you.
So what kind of turbo is this? I don't know, mixed cargo room.
Miss Car go vroom vroom and then zoom zoom.
Put it in your car, find out. Yeah, that's all.
pretty much it. Honestly, not much really happens around here.
I mean, you're going to Emerald City Comic Con though, right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Hello.
Oh, that's a timer. 10 minutes.
Someone has put in some channel points that I cannot curse for 10 minutes.
Oh. Let's all think of things that we can say that'll make Casey angry and want to curse.
For Emerald City Comic Con, Ashlyn and I are gonna be doing matching costumes.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be so cool.
And then myself, Leah, GT, and Z will be doing a themed set as well. We're doing.
No, I'm not part of the theme.
You could be Tiss
Who's Tiss?
or
Trish.
Trish, I got so confused.
Trish Marigold.
I can
Who
understand
the
it.
fuck
I'm
is
sorry.
Trish?
I'm sorry. It sounds like I can't say it since it's not. Since I can't say it. Well, it's a body part. I don't know if I still can say it.
No, you're good. Yeah.
She's another one of like the witches apparently in the game.
Sorceress says.
She's my least favorite.
She,
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Well,
fair.
You're not helping,
We also-
okay?
I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be helping.
But she's pretty.
She is pretty.
She's pretty.
She's
pretty.
She's a hoe, but she's pretty.
Oh,
She slept with like most of the witchers, but I mean that's you can say the same about Geralt. Geralt's kind of a hoe. He slept with like every single sorceress.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Z says it's too much color. I don't know if she can do it.
I think we can figure something out. But anyways, I'm going to be Geralt. Leah's going to be Yennefer. GT is going to be Yaskier / Dandelion, whether you play the games or the show. So.
Oh my god. That's gonna be so good because you already got his hair.
Right?
Yeah, I've been working on it.
that's
Yeah.
Chase your tail. Get your tail. Sorry.
Babe, what about you? What announcements do you have?
Well, there's one announcement that hold on, we gotta pause for this one. We gotta
Drum roll.
She lives with me now.
Yay!
It's nice. It's nice. It feels like more of our apartment than just my apartment.
I'm just gonna say it. That is awesome.
It is.
pause for this one. Yeah. And then not only will I be Yennefer for Emerald City, but in honor of the fact that I get to have photo op with Brennan Fraser, I am also going to do my OC as Frederica Evelyn O'Connell. So she is Rick and Evelyn's granddaughter.
Very nice.
She loves to dress. She idolizes both of her grandparents. She dresses like her grandfather most, and so yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah. Me and Ashton, I don't know if you opted for this, but if not, there's still time. I get to meet Robbie Damon.
I've been planning to buy for
Okay,
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
All
And
these
I also-
plans.
Get to meet the voice actor of my favorite character from One Piece, Sonny Strait, who plays Usopp, who's been my favorite character since I was 10. And I'm kind of living my best life right now.
If anyone who's watching the streams, whether it be on mine or Humans, doesn't realize, we are truly geeks, nerds, and fans of multiple things. So if you feel like you're out of place because you're a fan yourself of my anime, don't, because you're in a good spot.
Right. Well, I guess we are on to my announcement. One would be I'm officially out of academy with my job, so I'm now into auditing. This is the next phase, which I'll be in for the next year.
Nice.
I've only done two somewhat big blunders so far, but it's pre-auditing, so it doesn't count yet for my grading for how well I'm supposed to be doing. But I had a meeting with my current supervisor and my current auditor / lead, who's been the one kind of grading me so far. And they both said that I'm kind of at where I should be by this point. So this is only like in the middle of the second week of actually doing this. So
Nice.
that's good. And then in a week, in 15 days, I get to pick up Ashton from the airport, which means in 16 days, I will be picking up Carly and Evan from the airport, which means in 17 days, the four of us plus GT and Z will be at Emerald City Comic Con together.
All the letters.
Which is yes. Which I will be meeting Billy Piper at. I was gonna also be meeting David Tennant from Doctor Who, but he had to back out last minute.
Oh.
Well, he's filming the 60th, and it seems like filming's taking a little bit longer. So, they brought in Christopher Eccleston, but I figured I should save the money and to get the reimbursement because Lee and I have been like getting stuff for the apartment that we'll never been needing and things of that nature. So we're trying to be a bit more stringent.
Adults.
Yeah, I'm trying to be adults. Speaking of, in 5 days, I'm very proud of her. Someone will be starting her job.
Yay!
Nice.
So, very proud of her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is another one.
Yes. She will
And
be
that
starting her
means
job.
you'll need to work out the schedule. Because you have one car or two.
No, we got two.
Oh, okay.
She
then-
brought her car, and I have my car.
Oh yeah,
Missed
that's
it.
all. That's all my car. So that was not staying back in Minnesota. No.
Just making sure.
But we also went to Mount Rainier,
Yeah, we did.
so that was fun. And then this weekend we're going to Mount St. Helens.
I'd love to climb your mountain, Josh.
You have.
Wait, yes.
Oh my!
There's an opportunity. I took it. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry.
There's video of it on TikTok. It's fine.
Wait, all I'm saying is he hasn't climbed my mountain, so
Yet. we gotta make the go-kart bromance real, yo.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of that, since we are through announcements, so we're 15 minutes into this episode, it is time to finally, after several weeks, get back into the game and continue on Bane and Waywards. You also might have noticed that Willow is not here. Life occurs. It's fine. She's still a part of the campaign. She just had to take today off, and you know what? Sometimes we just gotta do a mental health day, and that's perfectly okay. So, where we last left off, our intrepid adventurers were actually, going along the journey to find out what is going on with the village that our favorite panda warrior Garato is from. But to do that, we need to go to a few places first. First, we need to go to Gale Helm, and then we need to go to Stonehaven before we get there. As was told by the trickster to Grotto. However, there are several stops that need to on the way prior. Our intrepid adventurers had already started their journey. I'll say it's been about 2 days since they've done their journey, and they have finally arrived in a town that they've been to before, who stopped to rest for the day, and that is the town of Wormtown. You might remember this as a town where they had actually researched and tried to find out about the demon that turned out to be Megara. They had questioned several people in the town. That was also where they had their fight, where they were transported to another dimension to fight Megara. That was also the town for where, unfortunately, the Team Stallion had disappeared from. However, something doesn't look quite right. I would like all of my players here, Garato, Cassandra, Flora, and Drakkar. I would like for all of you to make perception checks. And I will say it is a low roll that you need to get this one, because it is fairly obvious. But still, I would like you to make the rolls. Ooh,
right.
Cassandra, good job. Look at that.
Perception. Whoops.
Cool, Drakkar, very nice. D&D Beyond being nice right now. It has
Mostly
in Flora. Last one. Yeah, I get it. I see the weight. I see the one. I mean, I could be a little punk and just say that you're just holding up a 1, which means you got a 1, and Forrest is being oblivious. What? Now you got a 17. The roll was actually a 10, so Grotto, you just made. Like I said, it was a low mark that you had. Like I said, this is a very obvious thing. Like, you would have to really suck to actually not get this.
I was just a little too high on my bamboo.
I know, right? Just, bro, what if bamboo? It's actually the bones of the earth. Like, it's flexible like bones.
But it's got that sweetness of honey.
With a nice Chianti, it would be wonderful. You notice that the town looks like it's been ravaged. It looks like it has been ravaged, and that on several of the walls of the wooden houses and things like that, there are like claw marks. There are actually bodies sprayed about all over the place. There is a man, a cart, pushing it around, just yelling, Bring out your dead! And gong, hitting a cowbell as he just goes out, and people are throwing the dead out onto the carts.
Nice Monty Python reference.
If you don't have inspiration, give it to yourself, because there you go. Yep, you probably do, but it's fine. I like saying
I
it. but
don't
people,
actually.
Oh, there you go. You now have inspiration.
Nice.
There is actually also, you can see some burn marks upon some of the rooftops of some of the buildings as well. And then you see a halfling riding a goat as it just wanders through the town. What do you guys do?
Go ahead.
I think I'll look for like the nearest villager that I can find and just kind of walk up, be like, "Excuse me, what occurred here?"
The person that you asked that to happens to be the halfling riding the goat. The halfling does not look all that sober. He just looks to you and just goes, "You're a panda!"
Yes, I am.
It can
you're-
talk!
And you're right. And you're riding a goat, sir.
His name is Sir William.
So,
And she wants you to respect his life choices.
well, let me introduce Sir William to Shelley, who also wants you to respect life choices.
Is that a unicorn? Am I that drunk? I thought I was sober.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, Jakar.
So there's like a bunch of bodies on the ground, is that what you said?
Oh yeah, they're just strewn about, like ravaged, along with like the houses and such.
Can Dakar like go and investigate the bodies and see like how they died potentially, or like?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me an investigation, and depending on that roll, I might have you.
23.
I would also like you to roll me a history check.
While he's doing that roll, I would like to ask both
12.
Floor and Cassandra,
Mhm.
do either of you have something that can make this man undrunk for a moment?
Yeah, unicorn is rainbow colored.
Let's let me look.
Both of you roll investigation on your inventory.
Oh, okay.
But with that, Ricard, you got a 12 with that. I'll say that's high enough. You recall hawking.
No, I don't got anything.
I got a 19.
Nice. I'll get to you in just 1 second. But Ricard, you recall talking to an old orc that was out on their porch. About things that might have been seen or heard about in the town. You remember them talking about a headless rider going through the town.
Right.
You also remember that he said that a werewolf could have been seen in the town. You also heard about a pink dragon that had been flying off with a mammoth. And you also recall hearing about a halfling riding a goat drunk that had been singing about a wayward who killed the largest werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
And through that, you look around. You see that many of the claw marks upon some of the bodies and on the houses could match that of a werewolf. But then the burn marks on the rooftops, you get this odor and this smell of what could be, to the best of your memory, since you've studied dragons so much because you want to catch one and ride one so bad, that it does smell like the after effects of breath of a dragon. And then you look over and you see that there's a halfling riding a goat trunk, which means that everything that this man had told you was true, but you had only focused upon the part that dealt with the demon. Then you get this sinking feeling within you that maybe you should have paid more attention to what this orc had said. And if you had and actually investigated, you and your party could have prevented all this. Which means you guys now have your very first interaction with something based off of your decision has affected this world.
Oh no.
Yes, Drakar.
Okay. So after deducing that, the Drakar is gonna go over to like the little halfling that's like all messed up and like walk up and like hold him steady and like sniff him, see if he smells like dragon or see if like something that he recognizes.
Okay, I'd say roll me a what would that be?
Investigation?
I guess investigation. But we're going to go over to Cassandra real quick because Cassandra, you did an investigation on your belongings.
Yes.
Let me.
I have nothing.
You have nothing.
I checked.
Let me give me 1 second here. Let me see, because you did roll 19, so you might have something. But DM might be able to do a little DM magic.
Okay.
DM curse, but okay.
Load. There we go. There we go. Inventory. Water skin. You do have a water skin and you do have rations, but what I will say is that within your water skin, it is not actually water. It is actually you, Cassandra, had actually worked with Flora and Willow before you guys had left at some point. You figured, after the last interaction of, seeing a fellow team die, and you guys had this large fight that you wanted to make sure you had something with you that could help you out in a pinch. You have within that water skin, it's kind of like a 2-for-1 type of thing. It's kind of like that hangover cure along with like a healing potion type of effect. There's like a all around, like, you need to get better one way or another, we're going to get you better things. So you worked with Flora and Willow to put that together within this water skin. It's kind of like so get better with whatever you might have sort of concoction you made. You haven't tested it out yet, so you don't know how well it works. However, you want answers. And right now, this drunk half-elf is patting the cheeks of Shelly and is giggling like a little schoolgirl. It's like, it's a unicorn. I can't believe they're real. This is amazing.
I'm gonna walk over to him and I'm gonna very, very gently tap on his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Hey, buddy.
What?
You wanna feel better?
I feel amazing.
Cool. You want something that'll make you feel even more amazing?
I can feel better than I do right now.
Yeah, you definitely can. And I
Oh.
hand him the water skin, and I'm like, "Here, man, drink this."
Okay. And he just goes and he starts chugging, chugging, chugging. He doesn't drink at all, but he takes like 3 big gulps, and then he just kind of hands it back to you, and he just kind of just.
You feel better, man?
Indubitably, I am so sorry for how I was acting earlier. That was very uncouth of me.
Oh,
How
that's totally
how
fine.
might I assist you this day?
Well,
We had some questions if you're willing to answer those.
Oh, quite so. I'd be happy to answer any inquiries that you might have that I could answer to the best of my ability.
Awesome. My friend here, and she like motions over for Garato. Really wanted to ask you some questions.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And-
quite so. And I apologize about the panda comments earlier. I know that you are a very proud bearkin race, and it is quite an honor to meet you and this lovely equine beast that you have here is just such a wonderful animal. But yes, I will answer any questions that you might have.
I appreciate the flattery, and I just like lean over to Cassandra. Thank you. So, we've just arrived here and noticed everything around us, and our first curiosity is what happened?
The halfling looks around and says, "Oh, right, yes. The state of this wondrous town of Wormwood is quite one might say depressing as of late. It would so happen that about 3 nights back, a werewolf came and ravaged the town, and it was, I don't know if you ever heard of me. I am Reginald, the wandering halfling bard, and I normally sing songs. And one in particular that I have been known to sing about is of a wayward shifter who had once killed the largest werewolf to have ever been chronicled by hand. And I was quite honored to have actually written the story down, hearing firsthand from this wayward, so I can sing of his glory. He also had a partner with him who had just the most wondrous golden eyes and golden hair. Seemed very proper himself, but that's beside the point. This werewolf, though, the point I was making is that this werewolf came from that former werewolf's pack. The Wayward had decimated most members of that werewolf pack. It's been damaged quite a few times. It once actually had a werebear as its leader, along with another werewolf, but back in the Arendelle Vale, not too far from here actually. The werewolves there actually turned the princess Zephyra into a werewolf once, but the mighty warriors actually took down the once Azul dragon. Actually, were able to cure her, but the werewolf from that pack, the very very large werewolf, was taken down. So this werewolf wanted to get more members, so actually turned about quite a few members of this town, about 5 or 6, into werewolves, and just ravaged numerous others for food. And then not 2 nights back, not like just last night, as you can see, many of the buildings seem to have gone to cinder and be scorched by dragon breath. That happened due to a very very almost pink magenta-esque like dragon just came through the town and just began to try to burn it down to the ground for some unknown reason. We had been dealing with a demonic force here, but I heard about some warriors that had taken care of that issue. It could quite be that by taking care of that demonic issue, that these other foul beings decided that they could now just do whatever they want to this town. I don't know what this town has that just brings all this evil to it, but it seems to attract it. Drakkar.
Drakkar like gets real close and at ear level to Flora. You can kill him if you want to. I don't trust him. And then he stands up. You know an awful lot about these things, traveler.
Well, bards must know happenings that go on around the country to be able to sing about them and bring the news. You don't think the news just comes every day in the mail, do you? There's no, I mean, other than the monthly scroll that comes about with whatever happenings might have been occurring, but by the time that it gets to these towns, it's like a month old. The news requires bards to hear and learn things and be able to spread news on a daily basis.
Mm.
Flora's gonna kind of tap and just try to get him to
Lean over.
Yeah. I don't trust him.
I would like. Yes, Cassandra, I see that you want to say something.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
I got a 12.
He seems very charming and very knowledgeable, and to the best of your ability, you trust him. He seems to know a lot, but what he says makes sense. You look around. There's like buildings that have been set on fire. You look at the bodies. There are clearly scratch marks upon the bodies, and everything he says checks out. That
I
a demonic
believe you.
force. Yeah, that demonic force has been in this town. Hell, you killed that demonic force. And what he talked about earlier, that sounds an awful lot like Stradar and Zethar, who he talked to earlier. So, what?
Cassandra's gonna look at everybody because I take it she didn't hear either Drakkar or Flora.
No, not at all. You were just focused.
She's gonna
glued
look at him and she's gonna put her hand on his shoulder. I believe you. And she's gonna say it out loud so everybody can hear her.
Oh, you are just the most lovely young lady. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. He pats your hand that's on his shoulder with his hand and just goes, many people just imagine, and many people just imagine bards. No, it's adorable. You're fine. Just imagine bards to just be storytellers and just exaggerate things. I take pride in being
You're a bard? I'm a bard.
I know a kindred spirit when I felt that aura come off of you, much like how the smells of just the wildflowers just waft around and just seem to dance within the nostrils of the common person and just fill them with joy and calmness. Karato, then Drakkar.
No, Drakkar is first.
Okay.
I'll go after
Okay,
Drakkar.
Yeah.
Drakar's gonna go back to Flora and kneel down. What if he's the headless horseman?
Still don't trust him.
Yes, girl.
Kind of just take it in, but then inside, almost underneath my breath where no one can hear, I just kind of say to myself, I don't know if you can hear me, but you would know BS if, well, BS. Do you think this man's BS right now?
Oh, shit.
And this is me attempting to ask her just a little guidance about this character.
Oh,
Breathe, Josh. Breathe. Breathe.
Leah just said, "No, that's fair. That's fair." It's no. I mean, fair is fair. Yes, because I'll hear what you have to say real quick, Cassandra, before I roll.
She's gonna look at everybody, and then she's gonna look at him. Do you want to come with us?
Oh God.
Drakkar gives a neck-breaking look to Cassandra.
I think we all do. Okay. I wouldn't be like turning my head. I'd be kind of like.
True strike. I'm granting true strike at him, not to do just right at him. Just because I want to know. You need to know his.
I guess you all get to see him. I might say Cassandra, but that was me. That was an 18. You don't need to know the reasons.
That's terrifying.
I don't like that at all.
You don't need to know. Try to do some force mind trick on us.
No, I'm actually quite proud because now I'm officially one of the memes where it says like, whereas like the DM just says to the party, "Here's some soup." The party, "Can I cast detect magic upon the soup?" You do. There's no magic there. Can I cast
inside check on the soup?
Inside check on the soup. It's soup. I would like to cast purify food and drink. You do. It change. If anything, you just take out the flavor. It now just tastes like the most plain soup that's ever been. I still don't trust it.
True strike.
True strike.
Defenses. Brief insight into my turn.
Poor DM. All this stuff happening.
I know. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's this party. And I've actually kind of missed this. I will get to you in just a second. I have two things I gotta do. Catch up on first. First off, Garato. You hear within your head. You hear the voice of the trickster just go. You can believe him. I have not seen him in quite some time.
Inside Templeton.
And then a large line appears across the valley. Nah, it's fine.
Hi, Templeton.
It's like with Bubba coming in, that's usually Black Mist. What happens when Templeton comes in?
He's such a good boy. He loves his daddy.
I remember when he was the size of Oliver when he first started doing D&D sessions. He was so small. And now look at him. He's so big. He's such a big boy.
He's about to be 3.
That's so weird. But yeah, like I said, you'd hear the trickster just go. I've known him for quite some time. I have not seen him in quite a while. But everything that he has always said, there has been truth to his words.
I'm sorry, I'm just watching the cuddles.
But then, to answer your question, you see Reginald, the wandering bard, look at you and go, I, unfortunately, my dear lady, will not be able to join you within your adventures. However, I do not believe this will be the last time that you will ever see me. I do quite believe that our paths will cross again.
What was your name? I'm sorry, I'm really bad at remembering.
Oh, that is quite fine. My name is Reginald.
Nice to meet you. Can I call you Reggie?
You know, no one's called me Reggie in quite some time. It's been many years. I think I would quite enjoy that. Thank you, my lady.
Awesome. No problem. And by the way, my name's Cassandra. These are my teammates.
Oh, Cassandra. That is quite a lovely name. And your team here, they seem to be quite protective of one another. It seems as though they haven't really trusted me here. I know that one over there plans on striking me if on the first chance that I might do something out of hand. The other one has been plotting with that smaller one, and it seems as though the panda has been, talking with a friend to ensure that I am good, which I am. I am quite well, and there nothing I say has been false.
And I will look directly at Reginald and be like, I can confirm this. Apparently, he is a old pal to that someone that we know.
Ah, I thought it might be him.
Well, Reggie, it's funny that you say that because I'm extremely protective too. And if you were to do anything, I would kill you right here.
Oh, I wouldn't do anything. Not while I'm on Sir William. He is too good of a goat. He's been with me for many years, and you just see the goat turn his head and just go. Bah!
Can I pet your goat?
Oh, I think Sir William would enjoy that quite marvelously. So yes.
Do I have to roll at animal handling?
Yes, you do.
I figured.
But meanwhile, Ashlyn's over there just putting away to her head.
Flora is sitting there with just a look on her face like, I will kill you if you make the wrong move.
I got an 11.
You do adequate scritches. They're not the most marvelous scritches in the world, but they're adequate scritches. He enjoys them.
Hey, Sir William, when were you knighted? Were you knighted by a queen?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so interesting.
No, he was actually knighted by the Queen of the Fae, but that was many years ago. It's quite fine.
That's so cool.
Oh yes, well, I do believe my time here in this town is done for the time being. I must continue on. I am the wandering bard after all, but it was marvelous to meet you all. You all seem like very lovely and very loyal friends. So I do hope that we meet again someday, and under better circumstances where you're not trying to kill me.
Okay. Bye, Reggie.
Yes, Drakkar. As Reggie's just wandering off, he's not gone yet. So if there's something you wanted to do involving him,
Drakkar and his black lion is gonna walk up towards him and like growl at him.
Oh,
and, like
you're
goodbye.
such a good beast. You take care of your master, and he throws he throws your lion a nice sizable steak out of a very small bag. You don't know how the steak fit within this pouch because the steak was larger than the pouch. He seems to just pull it out of there and just toss it to your lion, and he just wanders off. He just waves away. What are you saying, Ashlyn?
Flora's just mumbling to herself, bag of holding. Got a bag of holding.
Wait. I have something really funny.
Yeah.
As he walks away, Cassandra's gonna be like, what a nice man.
But remember, he's apparently friends with the trickster and your friend as well. So you need to be not judge everything. I noticed that as you're staring right into him.
She's got like a dagger in her hand.
Flora, remember we talked about this. How many people have I killed? I don't know an exact number, but it's been a lot.
That was it.
Wow.
Well, I wasn't gonna let him get the jump on us. He seemed weird.
Well,
We bards typically are.
Not that kind of weird, though. It was I don't trust him.
Okay,
I don't
well,
like him.
I respect that.
it doesn't
And
look
I
like
thank you.
it
But I do
doesn't look
trust your judgment.
Thank you.
it doesn't look like we could do much here with all this chaos and destruction that's already passed through us.
I can talk with the dead. And she says it like that. I can talk to the dead.
Good. That is a fact.
If we're going to do that, let's do with one that's mostly intact, not burnt or deeply
you.
decomposed.
So,
I mean,
Jakar,
okay, that's fine. But
Jakar,
what?
do you happen to see any that is not cut up in pieces?
Nope. Everybody's dead.
it's not gonna matter. They'll talk if they want to talk, but cut up in small pieces or not, it doesn't matter. They're dead either way.
Yeah, like it. Yeah. No.
Are their ghosts just gonna be in pieces? Just come up in cubes? Just you have to put them back together.
It's terrible. That's terrible.
You don't know. You don't know.
Well, whatever we're gonna do, we better do it quickly and not linger long.
So do we want to talk to the dead, or do we just want to move on?
I feel
Me
like if we talk to the dead, it might be. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Garato.
Let's do it quickly. Maybe we can get more info. That's maybe hopefully from a dead person's perspective.
Is that what you were going to say, Cassandra?
Yeah, pretty much.
You agree?
Mm-hmm. Not as eloquently as he said it, but yeah.
Well,
When have you known me to be eloquent?
Fair.
you're a lot more eloquent than we are.
She
Or
has
at
a
least to me.
point.
So I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
As you say that, a raven seems to fly up on top of one of the building land and watch you as you do that. And a kind of almost feels like the air gets a little thicker as you cast the spell upon one of the bodies, and is the body of a young woman, a young tiefling woman, who probably was, fairly young within her life. Not a child like you did before, when you first cast the spell, but a natural adult woman. And her spirit seems to kind of lift up from her body, and seems to be in, the state of her body when it was in its prime. It's not, doesn't have the burn marks or the scratch marks or anything like that her body currently has upon the ground there, but actually is as though she is whole. And she looks at you and just goes, "Oh, well, I feel like I've been asleep for quite some time. Oh, this is quite interesting. Hello. I asked, what is it that you want to know from me? Why have you awoken me from my sleep that I was I was having.
Do you know what happened to you?
Oh, um, yes, it's kind of coming back to me. I was so scared. One night, many of us were hiding within the walls of our homes as this terrible, terrible beast with fangs and eyes like that of murder and blood came through the town, just attacking many of the townsfolk. Those of us that survived, came out the next day and just saw all the bodies, and there were people missing, and we just didn't know what to do. And the night this happened to me, she looked down upon her body and she just shivered, seeing all the burn marks that were upon it. She just goes, that night a flying dragon just came upon the town and just hunted us, and those of us that didn't take it seemed to kill for sport. And as I tried to find my love, everything went black. And then I was with him in the afterlife, and there was peace, and any pain from life was gone.
I'm sorry for having to bring this up to you. It is painful for you, I imagine.
Oh yes, it can, be, but you seek answers, and I want to help those that still remain. Drakkar, you had your hand up.
You say the dragon took some villagers. Do you know where?
No, I did not survive long enough to see where. When I wasn't looking at it, I was running, and then when I was running at one point looking for my beloved, everything went dark. That is when I saw my beloved in the afterlife with me.
Jakar says, useless, turns around and starts looking for like bodies or something, or like a trail or some kind of something.
Oh, he is quite crass, isn't he? Gorato.
When this attack occurred, was this like what part of the day was it? That night, that day?
All the attacks seem to happen in the twilight hour of the day. So that would be, what do educated folks say? I never went to school myself. When the moon was at the highest point of the night.
Do you remember what dragon? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Gorato looks up to see if he happens to see the moon.
Oh, it's not quite nighttime yet for y'all. It's like just about dusk, so like the sun is just now setting. So you see the sunset going. It's not that time of year yet where the moon can be up in the sky along with the sun.
Okay,
so it's still
so it's been a while.
It's been it had to happen the night before. So you guys just got into town literally around probably almost like 16 hours since the attack. So like a day, almost a full day has passed.
Okay,
yep.
I'm just trying to keep a timeline of.
Yeah. It's now dusk. So like the sun is setting. The sky would be colors of purple and orange and yellow. the moon hasn't risen yet. It's just starting to get into evening time. So that's around the time of day it is, Flora.
Do you know what kind of dragon it was?
It's odd. You know, I could have sworn that it was a red dragon, but it seemed, I don't know, it seemed too bright to be a red dragon. Instead of red, it seemed almost, oh, it's odd, almost the color of pink roses. It's strange. No, I've never seen a dragon of that color before.
Very strange.
Yes, Garage.
And I know she's not with us, but Willow would still be with us, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So I'll look upon Willow and I will say, bright pink dragon? Is that something that this club would ever heard of?
I know it's weird, right? She says, I'm trying to do my best, Willow. And she's like, I'll make a note and ask Sethar when we get the next chance. He would know more than I would or any of us would, I would imagine. She just takes out like a notepad that's leather bound and makes a note in there to kind of remember for next time. Yes, Flora.
Flora has sending.
I know, but you're currently using a spell and it's concentration.
Do I have some?
Yes, now, but that doesn't mean later. But if
Yes.
someone has sending.
Yes, which is why Willow's making notes because she knows you have sending.
I don't. So
It's-
never mind.
It's actually, it's not a speak with the dead is not a concentration spell.
I thought it was. That's
I
So
I-
technically, I could. I won't, but I could.
I want to add in there that kind of sounds like a nah in there.
She misses being able to do that with me in person. Okay, it's been a couple weeks. It's itching at her. She hasn't been able to bother me in person for a little bit now. It's like there. She's like, I really want to just stabby. But she says that she's like, I'm just, if it's not too much bother, if there's nothing else that you need of me, I could really rest now.
Is there anything that would help that we could do to put you to rest, to help put you to rest, or to honor you?
Find those that did this and ensure they don't do it to anyone else.
We will try.
Thank you. And she just kind of releases a deep sigh, and her ghostly form falls into the form of her lifeless body upon the ground. And the thickness as in the air seems to dissipate. The raven that had come when you started the spell paws out, flies away.
So
Mom. Sorry, Ron campaign. Continue.
I mean, in the other campaign, technically the same goddess. Technically, it is the Raven Queen.
I was gonna say meta here. I definitely know that god. But anyways, Corrado will just look at everyone else. Well, unless there's anything we need to grab here, which I don't think there is, I think we should keep moving.
Yeah.
I agree.
If need be, we'll need to camp a little further down the ways, but I don't think it would be wise to rest here.
Counterpoint? Maybe it is. Maybe they won't come back. Because they've already been here.
I don't know if we want to risk that.
I would think it would look for a more fresh target than an already destroyed town.
That's true too.
So
Does
It's just a counterpoint. We can do whatever.
Does Drakkar have any say in this matter?
No, Drakkar walked away like earlier. He like walked away and he like tried to like look for anything to give like some kind of trail or something.
All right. Well, roll me an investigation then.
I did like 5 minutes ago. I rolled a 19.
Oh. Well, generally, you have to ask for that, for the investigation to find a trail.
Do you want to roll again?
No, I'll take the 19. I'm just future reference. The but 19, there's no real trails because the dragon flew away. Did not walk away, and the werewolf tracks seem to have been kind of burnt from a dragon breathing the fire all over the place of this town. So there's no real tracks to be seen.
No tops of trees like taken down from the dragon like flying over them.
What's left of most trees is it's a burnt crisp, as though a Christmas tree was set aflame due to some faulty wiring.
almost had that.
Okay.
So you just notice a lot of ash and a lot of burnt, which frustrates Drakkar because he is quite a very skilled tracker, and unfortunately, much like with DNA evidence, fire seems to be the best purifier and makes sure that there is less evidence to be seen.
Yep.
Alright. So I will say to everyone, let's get going so that we can get some further down before we have to make camp again.
Right. Well. Yes, there, Flora. I see you.
Oh no, nothing. I'm just wasn't paying much attention to what I was doing with my hands.
It's all good. So you guys get up and you leave the town. You are heading towards Wyvern Tor, the town where a couple of you went to actually go to the Spellcasters Guild earlier. And where a couple of you ran into a young, well, looks fairly young woman and her aboleth buddy who is in the Spellcasters Guild. That's in the same town. You get there late at night, so you guys head to the tavern and inn that's in that town. And second here to pull up some notes from that town. It's been a hot minute since I've had to get some of these names down here.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
It's quite nice. Quite nice to revisit some old favorites here. Back in, for those that are watching and remember, this town was a fairly big focal point for the Castle Azul campaign that was filmed a couple of times before we stopped doing it. But guys get to the there it is, the Howling Wolf Inn and Tavern. That's run by a rugged dwarven woman named Hilda and her young bartender named Lorian, who is a half elf. And the the bouncer lets you in. His name is Bane, Ban, and he is a half orc.
I thought you were making a Seven Deadly Sins reference, and I got so excited. I was like,
No,
oh.
no. But there is also in this town. You notice as you're walking in, there is the there's a fighters guild and a spellcasters guild that is in this town, as well as Bear's Goods, which is run by a human man named Bear, a man of very few words, and a very indistinguishable age. He could be anywhere between 40 and 60. You're not sure, but he's there. And then there's Ava's Arcane, which is run by a sorceress gnome named Ava. Strong Arm Mind Trader, which is run by a Goliath named Greg. But you drop, but then you drop off your carriage, which is drawn by the 4 Red Panda Owlbears off at Tree Leaf Stable, which is run by a very, very cool fur blog named Tree Leaf, who is very happy to see the Red Panda Owlbears. He seems to have known them from former Waywards have come through the town, and he's patting them on their side and seems to be talking to them like he's been talking to some old friends. And they seem very comfortable with him. But you guys walk into the Howling Wolf Inn and Tavern, and the owner, Hilda, the dwarf, she's walking through with a platter in a hand with many drinks on it, and she's like, welcome to the Howling Wolf Inn and Tavern, kids. Excuse me. Oh. Hold on.
You got something caught there in your throat there?
Oh, just talking to all these patrons here. Some of them, they can get kind of rowdy, but it's nice that there's life in this town again. It's been several years since the incident, but it's good. That incident brought life back into town. Good. Yeah, he's like, but if you need anything, be sure to ask Lorian there. She can help you out. And behind the bar, you see this very lovely woman. This very young, fairly young half-elf bartender. He's got this very almost I imagine kind of like a mixture of Arwen and Lady Galadriel from Lord of the Rings kind of combined into one being.
Easy. You're about to make some people fall in love right now.
As they should. She's a beautiful lady. And to top it off, she's very for Carly and Leah will get this. She's almost Annika-esque in her personality. She's like the kindest woman you'll ever meet.
Stopped her from eating that ice cream.
those of you that were in the Battle of Castle Azul campaign remember Lorian. She was a very, very kind and helpful young lady. Always very sweet. That is very much her, and not like Midwest fake sweet. I'm talking like real sweet. Like it hurt. You would not Minnesota nice babe. No, it's more like just talking to her, you get cavities. That's how sweet she is.
Ooh.
But she sees you, and her eyes just light up and seemingly sparkle, and she just waves and she goes, "Hi, welcome to the Howling Wolf Inn and Tavern. It's quite lovely to see see you this evening, be sure to ask me for anything, and I'm sure we'll be able to help you out here. Feel free to have a seat anywhere. I'll come and get your order here soon. And she's, preparing some orders already that have been there. There's a couple men and women of various races already at the bar, just looking at her as though like they are already in love, and she's not paying like any notice to it. Like it's almost, for most people, you would assume that she's oblivious to it. She knows. She just doesn't care. But she treats everyone the same. Helping them out.
Well, I think we can definitely stop here if we need to and re-up on supplies, and who knows, maybe they've heard something about what happened.
Oliver.
We had...
Sorry.
That's what happened. You got a mouthful of ice cream right there.
Mouthful of ice cream and a cat.
What kind of ice cream is that?
It's a chocolate cake shake from Portillo's from 2 days ago.
Nom nom nom. So, all right. Well, with that, I'll say you guys sit down to figure out your next plan here. But I think this is actually, I already said that this was going to be a shorter-esque session. So now would be a good time to I just saw what Ashton sent me, and that's hilarious. Don't worry about it. We're not quite there yet. We'll be getting there, but not quite yet. But
Sus.
it is sus, but I'm actually going to pin it for later usage.
Just
Terrifying.
I don't know what it is, but this just slow steps to get back into
It's
the
baby
groove of
steps.
things.
It is baby steps. It is that.
I mean, how long we've been gone?
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
4
Yeah,
weeks?
4
4
weeks.
Whew.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. We've had a lot of stuff go on, and work today just burnt my brain. It's too crisp. It's so dead.
I feel that.
So I'm just gonna take the rest of the evening to kind of rest and relax. But I'd like to thank everyone who is either watching on here or on YouTube later on. Much appreciated. The bit rate is a lot better this week than it was last week, which is thank goodness. The upgrade seems to work, and what we did tonight seems to work very well. So that should be a good sign for the next session that we do stream. But you feel free to support us at merch.streamelements.com/Josh_the_Human to get any merch for either this campaign, Bane the Waywards, or as you can see on Leah's screen there, the Hell Boss campaign, which is every other Thursday, to help support the campaign so we can get, better equipment to better help out and stream better and have better quality stuff for all of you. In the description of this video on YouTube, you'll find all of our usernames on all of our different platforms. Feel free to follow us on any of those. That would also be very helpful. I also, and as another announcement, I just reached 1,000 followers on Instagram, which takes for bloody ever for most people. So that was actually pretty cool. So feel free to also follow me there. Follow all of us on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, whatever those might be. And we will catch you next time. So thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
And to all on my stream, thank you all so much. May you have sweet sleep and dreams. See you on the next stream. Remember, tomorrow night is board gaming and Phasmophobia.
There
Bye,
we go.
y'all.
Bye.
Hi, guys.